This is episode number 210 of the Middle Country Public Library podcast. Hello and welcome. I'm Sal DiVincenzo here in the studio with my fabulous colleagues, Sarah Fade.
Hello.
And Nicole Rambo.
Hello.
How's everybody doing?
Good.
Mm-hmm.
So we've hit a milestone here. You know, a few weeks, more than a few weeks ago, we hit our 200th episode.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But this week is our 4th year.
Wow.
So we're starting a new season, let's say.
Wow.
So we started back
That's
on
crazy.
February 13th, 2018 was our very first episode. I think you were just
I wasn't there yet.
you weren't there yet. You came in the first week of March, I think it
Okay.
was.
Ah.
But the podcast has been going strong
That's crazy.
every week
We've been
for
sitting
4 years.
here together
Yes,
every week for 4 years.
that's very
Even
good. So-
during the shutdown.
Yes,
We
that's
still-
right.
Every week.
Yes, so congratulations to both of you for hanging in there.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you.
And
We deserve that.
Yes.
Congratulations.
We need an award.
So we have a jam-packed show for you this week. So Nicole, why don't you go first? What do you have for us this week?
Yeah, sure. On our website, something I hadn't clicked on ever, and I clicked on it today. And I thought I'd share it with everyone else. So we have the New York Times bestsellers. Like you click on it, and then all those come up.
Right. Cool.
Wow,
automatically.
they
for
just
you.
automatically they're there.
Yes, our catalog comes up with them listed and where you can get them out. Their call numbers and where to find them and if we have them in and stuff like that. And I was like, oh, how convenient
Amazing.
is that? So I did the young adult and middle grade because there is a middle grade New York Times bestseller list.
Who would have thunk?
Yeah.
I didn't think those little buggers read. But here you are. And they're buying. They're reading and buying.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, isn't there some interesting facts about the New York Times? How a book gets on the New York Times bestseller? Isn't there some controversy about that?
Oh, you mean like a little payola?
I think there might
Yeah.
be some
in the table publishing
Yeah.
money?
Yeah.
some nice lunches and dinners
Right.
that are had by some publishers.
I've been watching Succession, so I'm like, yes.
Well, I think there is a popular Long Island business list that people pay for, and it's
Yeah.
not. And you think it's the best of the best lawyer of Suffolk County, but it's not really a best.
Well, it's kind of like Who's Who. Do you remember Who's Who?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, kind of like that.
Yeah. So they would send you a letter saying, "Congratulations,
Yeah,
you're
I
in the
remember
Who's Who's
getting that.
directory." And
Yeah.
it's like, "Oh, this is fantastic.
Yeah,
Who's Who
yeah.
in America? Wow, yeah, yeah." So it's $125
Yeah.
to be in Who's Who, and then if you want the book, so you can show
Yeah,
everybody
yeah.
that you're in Who's, it's another $125.
Yeah. When I found that, I was like, "Ooh,
Wow.
I've been taken advantage
Yeah.
of the whole time."
I'm not Who's Who. How is that possible? Look at all the things I've accomplished. It's absolutely nothing. Okay. So as of right now, however they got on this list, they're on this list. So some of these books are actually old, but they're still on the bestsellers list.
Oh yeah, they go long.
Yeah. So Ain't Burned All Bright by Jason Reynolds is number one. And that was from 2022, so that's a new one. But The Hate You Give by Angie Thomas is still on there, and that's from 2017. Yeah, we have The Hawthorne Legacy by Jennifer Barnes. Here's to Us, Becky Albertalli.
Oh, I like her.
Yeah. Iron Widow by Zoran Zhao.
Oh, yeah, I've heard of that.
Yeah. One of Us is Lying. That's been on there forever by Karen McManus. And I think it's going to be a movie, a show, right?
I think that's a good crossover, adult YA.
Yeah, that's a good one. These Violent Delights by Chloe Gong. That's another one that I see on so many lists all the time. Book Talk, very popular. And You'll Be the Death of Me, also Karen McManus. And I think this is the second one on the One of Us is Lying book. I think those two are connected.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's for the young adult. And then for middle grade, we have Daughter of the Deep by Rick Riordan, who's probably on there all the time, constantly. The Last Quintista by Donna Barba Higuera. That's 2021. And then Little Leaders, Bold Women in Black History,
Aw.
2017.
That sounds cute.
Yeah, and then Little Legends, Exceptional Men in Black History. The covers are very cute. Out of My Heart by Sharon Draper. Pax Journey Home. That's another one. That's
It's about
I know.
dog.
I can't even look at the cover. I'm like, no.
But he goes home, right?
I don't know. Refugee by Alan Gratz. That's another older, 2017. Stunt Boy in the Meantime by Jason Reynolds. When You Trap a Tiger by Tay Keller. and Wonder, another book that's been on there.
Oh, that's been on there forever.
Forever by R.J. Palacio. That was a movie. Yeah, it's that book I think has been there for all time.
It's amazing how they stay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because that's supposed to be sales, and they have a I know the I'm not quite certain about New York Times, but Wall Street Journal uses a service that checks to make sure the sales are legit. So it's kind of like the Nielsen ratings of book sales.
Right.
So yeah.
New York Times is going to come after us now.
Yes,
Can't be making these accusations. We're too big.
Yeah.
4 years, 210 episodes. Who do we think we are? We can't be making accusations like this.
We're going to win a Pulitzer. Bring it down the New York Times.
Yeah, like what was that movie?
We're going to be a Netflix documentary.
Yeah.
In the making.
It won like an Oscar. Speaking of Oscars.
Yeah, speaking of Oscars. Well, thank you, Nicole.
You're welcome.
Nice segue.
I know. I was like, yes, here we go.
Segue time. Sarah, you have some news about the Oscars, don't you?
Yes. So I believe I did this in the past. The Oscars have been announced, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I'm just going to go over a few of the categories, because some of the categories we're like, what?
I know.
We don't care.
Don't say that. Maybe one day you're going to get nominated for an Oscar in a don't care category, but you're going to want people to care.
Exactly.
No, I mean, I think the technical awards, people only in the industry are like, oh, yeah.
Yeah.
But we're like, huh? That bullet sounded really realistic, whizzing by, but so when we don't know the people's names, you know what I mean?
I know.
Yeah, when Dolby is looking to give away some money, to podcasters, I'm like, well, she said,
I just say it wasn't important. I just said we don't know who these people are.
Okay.
It's very important what these people did. Okay, so actor in a leading role, and these categories are listed by the Oscars website, so they can, I'll give the link in the show, so I'll put it in the show notes. And we have Javier Bardem, and as we all know, I butcher names, and I apologize.
Javier
Bardem, and this is Being the Ricardos, which is on Prime Video.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, that was about Ricky and Lucy.
Yes, Benedict Cumberbatch.
Oh, you should have told me. I would have had the sound ready. Here it comes.
Okay.
Benedict Cumberbatch.
Okay, you're gonna get ready because that's not gonna be a hot button. Okay, that's on Netflix. Power of the Dog. Andrew Garfield for Tick Tick Boom, which is also on Netflix. Will Smith for King Richard, which is just out in theaters.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And Denzel Washington for a movie that no one's heard of, called The Tragedy of People heard of Macbeth, but The Tragedy of Macbeth. But I don't know how long it was in the theaters for, but it was like bing bing.
Oh, I see it all the time. It must be streaming on something because I see it a lot.
Yeah.
Is it on Apple?
I think it's Apple.
Maybe that's what. Yeah, because I was saying, I saw
Apple
it.
TV Plus.
Okay. So actress in a leading role.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Jessica Chastain for The Eyes of Tammy Faye. I believe that's on HBO Max now.
Okay.
Olivia Colman for The Lost Daughter.
Olivia Colman, what a treasure.
Penelope Cruz for Parallel Mothers.
I haven't heard of
These
that.
are all not very well, publicized movies. Nicole Kidman for Being the Ricardos. Kristen Stewart in Spencer. And if I said her last name like that, then you have seen Mad TV, Stewart.
A Stewart, yeah.
Have you seen that?
I can do
I
it.
haven't seen that. No.
Stewart.
I can do it myself.
Love Stewart. Okay, ready, Sal? Animated feature film. No, not for that. Okay, Encanto.
Yes, Encanto.
Is
Lin-Manuel Miranda, right?
and it's a Disney movie.
Disney movie.
So ready. This is all synopsis done by IMDb.
Okay.
And literally, I think their policy is just it has to be one sentence long.
Oh, nice.
Okay, ready?
A log line or whatever it's
Okay. A Colombian teenage girl has to face the frustration of being the only member of her family without magical powers. Boom. Flee.
Okay.
This is also, I believe,
F-L-E-E or F-L-E-E?
F-L-E-E.
Okay.
All right.
As in to
Flee. And it's also a documentary.
Oh.
Okay.
An animated documentary?
Yes. And drama.
Oh, wow.
Okay.
Wow. They were going for every category.
Yeah.
We gotta get one.
So, as you can imagine, it's not children's, and it's artsy.
Okay.
So, Flea tells the extraordinary true story of a man, Amin, on the verge of marriage, which compels him to reveal his hidden past for the first time.
Okay.
Luca.
Oh, Luca.
Oh, Luca.
The fish.
which is
Disney,
Pixar.
Pixar.
Ready? On the Italian Riviera, an unlikely but strong friendship grows between a human being and a sea monster disguised as a human.
It was okay.
I saw like a couple minutes. I thought it was cute.
It was okay. Yeah.
Ready? The Mitchells versus the Machines,
Oh, I hear good things about this one.
which is Netflix.
Okay.
Yeah.
A quirky, dysfunctional family's road trip is upended when they find themselves in the middle of the robot apocalypse and suddenly become humanity's unlikeliest last hope.
I'm going to guess that's going to win.
Really?
Think so?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
There's no songs in that one.
No, but yeah, but it's like universally praised. It's like amazing.
I didn't like it. Okay.
You watched it?
Yeah.
Oh.
I am a child at heart, and I watch all. Raya or Raya?
Raya and the Dragon.
Raya and the Last Dragon.
And the Last Dragon. Yes.
Which is?
A Disney movie.
Oh my
Yes.
goodness.
We got 3 Disneys up in here. In a realm known as Kumandra, a reimagined Earth inhabited by an ancient civilization, a warrior named
Raya,
is determined to find the Last Dragon.
played by Aquafina.
Yes.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yes. So, okay. Directing. Ready?
Yes.
How many of you guys heard about Belfast?
The city in Ireland?
No, the movie.
Oh, no.
That movie. Okay. Do you know who directed it?
Colin Farrell.
No.
Is it Benedict Cumberbatch?
No.
Oh.
It is. But I feel like there should be a sound clip of this guy's name. Kenneth Branagh.
Oh, yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So Belfast, ready for this very revealing synopsis? A young boy and his working class Belfast family experience the tumultuous late 1960s.
Okay.
That's like, sounds like Billy, what was the movie? Billy, the dancer?
Billy Elliot.
Billy Elliot. That's
Yeah.
What, that sounds like.
Drive My Car. You guys heard of this one?
No.
Is this about Billy Ocean?
You're such a dino baby. You ever hear about that?
No, but
Oh, Dino Baby. Typical Dino Baby, not knowing what a Dino Baby is.
oh my goodness gracious.
I don't know. You should probably edit this show a lot.
No, I'm keeping it in.
Okay, well, for listeners, just Google IBM lawsuit and Dino Baby,
Dino Baby.
and then
Okay.
you'll see the ridiculousness of it.
Yeah.
Drive My Car is directed by Ryusuke Hamaguchi.
Okay.
Okay. This actually is a 2-sentence synopsis.
Oh.
After his wife's unexpected death, Yusuke Kafuku, a renowned stage actor and director, receives an offer to direct a production of Uncle Vanya in Hiroshima. It's actually much longer than 2 sentences, but we'll just go through it. And then he needs a driver, and it's a relationship between him and the driver.
I think I have seen, I've seen that. Like shared, you know what I mean? Like I've seen it on like streaming something. That sounds familiar now.
Licorice Pizza.
I've heard of this.
I've heard
yes,
of that
yeah.
one.
Okay.
Is this Wes Anderson?
Close. Paul Thomas
Oh,
Anderson.
Paul Thomas Anderson.
It's one of the Andersons.
Well, the
Yeah,
Anderson,
yeah.
Okay, so this is the story of Alana Kane and Gary Valentine growing up, running around and going through the treacherous navigation of first love in the San Fernando Valley in 1973. Okay, ready? The Power of the Dog, which stars...
Oh my goodness, here we go.
Benedict Cumberbatch.
I was waiting.
Okay, this is directed by Jane Campion. Charismatic rancher Phil Burbank inspires fear and awe in those around him. Okay, West Side Story, directed by
Steven Spielberg.
Spielberg, which I felt like it didn't do very
No,
well.
it
No,
didn't.
yeah.
It
So I'm
didn't.
surprised it's in here.
Yeah.
I think a lot of
And-
people are like, okay, so it's basically there was nothing new about it. It was just
Right.
a redo with new people and
Yeah. You
like,
can just watch the original.
just watch the
one.
original.
Right. Adaptation of the 1957 musical West Side Story explores forbidden love and the rivalry between the Jets and the Sharks, 2 teenage street gangs of different ethnic backgrounds. Okay, so that's it for the directors.
Director.
Right, the finale
Mm-hmm.
is Best Picture, right?
Gladiator.
Now, there's a lot for Best Picture.
Interesting.
Belfast, which we talked about. Coda,
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
right? That's on Apple TV.
Yeah.
As a Coda, which is
A child of a deaf adult or
Yes.
adults.
Ruby is the only hearing person in her deaf family. When the family's fishing business is threatened, Ruby finds herself torn between pursuing her love of music
Singing. Yeah. Music.
and her family.
Family.
Okay. Don't Look Up, which is on
yeah.
Netflix.
Netflix,
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay. And it's the 2-level astronomers must go on a giant media tour to warn mankind of an approaching comet that will destroy planet Earth.
Also did not do very well
No.
critically.
Nope.
Yeah.
Nope. I'm surprised this is
Still nominated.
Probably
I
just
know.
because of the cast.
Yeah.
Like purely
Yeah.
the cast and the director.
Yeah.
Like,
Or maybe there just
names.
weren't enough movies worthy to be
There's
nominated this year.
Well, no, there's plenty.
All right.
Okay. Pig with Nicolas Cage was not nominated for anything, which I was very
Strange.
Drive My Car, which we just
Right,
talked about. Dune,
Oh.
Best
Okay.
Picture, but not Best Director. There's a lot
Which
of
is strange
Right.
because I think he was the reason why Dune was so great.
correct. It was a
Yeah.
beautiful movie.
Yeah.
So, Dune is Frank Herbert's science fiction novel about the son of a noble family entrusted with the protection of the most valuable asset and most vital element in the galaxy.
Spice.
The spice. Okay. King Richard,
Mm-hmm.
right, with Will Smith.
I heard that was really good, though.
That's about. Is that about the
The
Williams?
Williams,
The
yeah.
Williams sisters.
Well, it's about
Yeah.
the dad, right?
The dad,
Yes,
yeah.
Very, very quick. A look at how tennis superstars Venus and Serena become who they are after the coaching from their father.
There you go.
Okay. Licorice Pizza,
Okay.
which we talked about.
Mm-hmm.
Nightmare Alley,
What's that
right?
about?
Which is, you would hate it because
Okay.
it's literally like 15 hours long.
Oh, no, thank you.
I think it's like over 3 hours.
That
And
was
it's a slow
Did you watch it?
burn. Yes, and I didn't realize how long it was, and I started at like 11 o'clock at night, and I was like, oh, dang.
You watched the whole thing?
No, not at once.
okay.
Because I was just like, because it was slow. I was like,
Yeah.
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 Okay. But it had a lot of famous people in it, more than I thought. And it's a lot of famous independent actors.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. So, like, you'll watch it and you're like, oh my God, oh my God. An ambitious carny with a talent for manipulating people with a few well-chosen words hooks up with a female psychiatrist who is even more dangerous than he is. So this has Bradley Cooper in it, and Kate Blanchett, Mara Rooney.
Yeah.
She's very good. So it was very good.
Tony Collette, right?
Tony Collette.
Yeah, there are a lot of people in there.
Yeah, it has Ron Perlman in it.
Wow.
Yeah, and like
Maybe
a
I'll
slew of
watch
others.
it, and it take me a week, but
It will
maybe I'll
take
do
you a
it.
long time. It was
Yeah.
good. I liked it. It was good, but it's a very slow moving noir. So like you think Carney, Nightmare Alley, it's gonna be at least a little supernatural, at least a little bit like scary, maybe. No, don't worry, it's not none of those things.
Okay.
Okay, Power of the Dog featuring.
Benedict Cumberbatch.
Okay,
What
yeah.
is that from?
That's from Key and Peele.
Oh, is it?
I was like, Power of the Dog was nominated a lot. Okay. And the last of the best picture.
The Last Duel wasn't nominated
No.
for
the-
nothing.
For nothing. The last.
The millennials killed that movie.
Oh, you dino
Oh,
baby.
that's what. Yeah. That's what Ridley Scott. It was
Yeah.
a Ridley Scott movie, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
However,
I liked it. I'm a millennial.
I know. You just need one person to go around and annoy everyone. Did you see the last one? Did you see the last one? Okay, and so the last one is West Side Story with Steven Spielberg,
Oh, okay.
which is I'm surprised that's on Best Picture because no one liked it or
Yeah.
saw
Yeah.
it. So yeah, so
So when are the Oscars this
Interesting.
year?
March 27th on a
Okay.
Sunday at the Dolby Theater.
Nice.
It's the 94th Academy Award.
Wow.
Yeah. You know, we will be having all of these movies in the library to see before or after, whenever they're released on DVD. And hopefully you'll get to see some of them. Hopefully Netflix will release their movies because they're notorious for never releasing
Right.
anything
Yeah.
because they want you to stream it.
Cool.
Now we're gonna beef with Netflix too.
So now all those movies have to officially be in the theater for a certain period of time. So even though they're streaming, they still have to be in a movie theater.
Yeah, and
Was
I
it like
don't.
2 weeks?
It doesn't
4
have to be a national release either, so
No,
it could be
yeah.
just
Yeah.
like in LA.
Yeah,
They'll-
exactly. Yeah, yeah.
I think it's a certain amount, but they don't have to. It doesn't have to be like widespread. So if you're like, I've never, yeah, like Tick Tick Boom, I thought it was just Netflix, but they had to have released it.
They have to have, yeah.
But I know there's a big uproar because like the most popular movie of 2021 did not get anything like major, which is
Spider-Man,
Spider-Man.
Oh, really?
Far From Home.
Did
Yeah.
it got like the technical ones, right?
No, I don't even think it did that, did it?
It might have gotten some technical ones, like I said.
Yeah.
Not me. Yeah, yeah. So who cares?
Yeah.
People will actually bring the magic to the screen.
Yeah. Nah, we
Yeah.
don't care about that. But you know what? To be honest with you, maybe even not. But I think Dune took a lot.
Oh,
You know, there's also documentaries. There's also foreign
right.
films.
Yeah.
We just
Shorts.
yeah,
Yeah.
and costume design stuff like that. We just didn't go over everything just because we don't have the time. But
Sure.
Yeah. The Last Duel didn't get costume design. Come on.
Did you like it?
I did.
Okay.
I think that's why you're such
I know.
'cause
Now
you're
I'm a
like, I
diehard.
wasn't going to like it, but I liked it.
Yeah, I wasn't going to like it at all.
But you did.
I did.
And you were like dubious about the length. When you,
Yeah.
You persevered and made it
but
through.
the way they did it, it was good.
It helps. Yeah, that's perfect for my attention span because it was like 3 little movies and 1 big movie.
Yeah.
Oh, there you go.
And I can watch 3 little movies. Like I can watch 12 hours of TV.
Yeah.
You know, but I can't watch a 2-hour movie. But they made it like 3 little shows.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice.
So I get
Yeah.
you.
All right. Well, thank you very much, Sarah.
Sure.
I have a little bit of a segment for this week. Like I said, we're jam packed.
How do you like?
I actually, this is from a. You might not have heard of this website. It's called Book Riot.
You didn't need to use the button. I left.
So Book Riot, and I just wanted to mention a few. They had a list of nonfiction Black History books to read this month for Black
nice.
History Month. And I just picked a few off of this list,
Cool.
as well as a couple of fiction books that I thought you'd be interested in reading in honor of Black History Month. So first, we'll try this one. It's called Black Fortunes by Shomari Wills. And this book dives deeply into the lives of the first 6 African-American millionaires in the United States.
Oh.
So they were Mary Ellen Pleasant, Robert Reed Church, Annie Turnbow Malone, O.W. Gurley, and Madam C.J. Walker,
I knew about her.
who escaped. They escaped slavery and built powerful empires for themselves between the 19th and 20th centuries. Now, the C.J. Walker was a History Bites that we had on our YouTube channel.
Oh,
so I'll put the
really?
link down below.
nice.
And
And she
you can learn.
also, they have some, I think it was on Netflix. It was like a fiction, like, you know, it was like a, not, it wasn't like a documentary, you know, it was like a thing, but it was about her life.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's good.
yeah, pretty wild. Next one that I thought you'd be interested in is called The Warmth of Other Suns. Have you heard of this one?
Yes.
By Isabel Wilkerson. In the 20th century, almost 6 million people migrated from the southern United States to the rest of the country. Today, we know this move as the Great Migration. This huge exodus, along with the changes it brought to the country, is told through the perspective of 3 people: Ida Mae Gladney, George Starling, and Robert Foster. Wilkerson uses interviews and official records to chronicle their journey, as well as the changes their arrivals meant to their new homes.
That sounds good.
Yeah, that's a good one. How about this one? Between the World and Me by Ta-Nehisi Coates.
Yes.
This book is part memoir, part essay, and written as a letter from a father to a son. It's a more personal book in which Coates uses his own life experiences to reflect what it means to be Black in the United States. So that's a good one. You should check that one out. Now this, I'm sure we've all heard, because it became a major motion picture. Hidden Figures
Oh, yes.
by Margot Lee Shetterly. In the 1960s, NASA was working with human computers to help, that was in quotes, human computers, to help, wasn't some sort of AI crazy thing, to help with the calculations that would take humans to space. Katherine Johnson, Dorothy Vaughan, and Mary Jackson were 3 brilliant mathematicians that played an important role in the space program, all while fighting the inherent sexism and racism that permeated the country. So that's really a remarkable story. Check out the book and the movie if you like. The March Trilogy. Here's something for someone who's interested in graphic novels.
Yeah, that'll be down in YA.
Yes, down in YA, yes. March Trilogy by John Lewis, made up of 3 volumes. It tells the story of his rise and struggle as leader of the civil rights movement. And I wanted to just mention really quickly just a couple of very well-rated and well-regarded fiction books by Black authors.
Okay.
This one is Out of Darkness, Shining Light by Patina Gappa. This is how we carried out of Africa the poor, broken body of Bwana Dowdy, the doctor David Livingston, so that he could be born across the sea and buried in his own land. So begins this powerful novel of exploration and adventure in 19th century Africa, the captivating story of the loyal men and women who carried explorer and missionary Dr. Livingston's body, his papers and maps, 1,500 miles across the continent of Africa so his remains could be returned home to England and his work preserved there.
So this is fiction based off of.
This is fiction, yes,
real life.
based on real life.
Wow.
Okay.
Yeah, which is actually pretty. I like historical fiction's usually pretty good. And finally, this is an Aminata Forna book, The Memory of Love. Was from 2011. And while a gifted young surgeon is haunted by memories of the Civil War that has decimated his Sierra Leone home, a patient relates disturbing stories about the post-colonial years, and a well-intentioned British psychologist draws all of them into the path of an enigmatic woman.
Uh-oh.
This one's written by Aminata Forna. So she's a Scottish and Sierra Leonean writer.
Wow.
And she won the 2014 Wyndham Campbell Literature Prize for fiction. And she is actually an OBE, which is pretty cool.
Oh.
Officer of the British Empire.
Oh.
That's cool.
Yeah, so we have all these books we have in the collection, and we'll put them in the show notes. To round out your, last week we heard about some children's and YA books, and this week some adult books to check out. So that does it for this episode. A very jam-packed episode, and we hope you would enjoy it. You enjoyed it. Yeah. If you want to listen to older episodes, such as episode number 1, which took place on February 13th, 2018, man, what a different life we had back then. The world was a different place. Visit our website, mcplpodcast.com. And if you're watching on YouTube, hit the like button. Hit subscribe. We want to get up to 1,000 subscribers by the, what do we say? Like the end of the summer? Let's try that.
Okay,
let's do that. And also comment below because comments are nice. And
I think we have to start beefs in order to get those subscribers. I think that's what people like. People like conflict.
True.
So we have to start a beef with someone.
Oh, there's going to be a beef. Well, there'll be a beef.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah?
Yeah. Next week's episode, Sarah's going to have a beef with other podcasters, and we're going to start it up. We're going to do it. Plan on that, Sarah.
Okay.
And
I'll bring the beef.
So that does it. Thank you so much for listening. For Sarah Fade and Nicole Rambo, I'm Sal DiVincenzo. We'll see you on the next show.